Hey everyone, welcome to Notes in the Margin. I'm Dr. Karen McGregor and I am joined with Dr. Bridget Burns here at South by Southwest EDU. And I just went and listened to her podcast, The Weekly Wisdom. And so we had like a live taping, which was the first time they've ever done that, which was exciting. And so now I'm going to do our classic 3 questions with segment. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, thank you so much for doing this. Okay, so your first question is basically, who are you and what was your presentation about?
Bridget Burns, University Innovation Alliance. So I help universities share ideas about how to help low-income students and how to actually scale from university to university. And my presentation was, it was a podcast recording of a show that we launched in COVID called Weekly Wisdom. That it was just interviewing college presidents as if they were human beings and actually asking them about the challenge of leading and what we can learn from them about leadership, rather than making them defend their institution or talk about a spicy topic of the moment. We wanted to actually talk to them as leaders.
All right, and I have mentioned, believe it or not, Weekly Wisdom on this because one of my videos was about where I get my ideas for books, and you always ask about what books they're reading or what's on their bookshelf. I do too. I really love that the presidents are all reading poetry and stuff, and everybody else is like Dare to Lead or something like that. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, so why is South by Southwest important to you, or why do you come to this conference?
Because it's so random. Because you can become quite insular, even though it's very K-12 heavy. You can become very stuck in your own kind of space and talk to the same people and self-referential. And for me, I'm trying to get exposed to different ideas and interrupt the pattern of my work, because my day-to-day of just like running my institution or my organization and raising money and building projects, I would not be inspired in the way that organically I am here. So I watched the documentary about the prison education yesterday. Profound. Has me really wrestling with what can my institutions do to level up the current boutique approach to prison education. I wouldn't have been thinking about that.
No.
At all. And
yeah.
I think that's good. It only makes for better work.
Okay, yes, that's great. Okay, so now that we're at the conference, we're at the halfway point, but eventually we're going to have to go back to our real lives. So how do you take what you're like, so many ideas, so many big ideas, how do you decide what to take with you, or how do you take it back to your institution for what I like to call praxis, but like with action? So
I know people don't believe in business cards, but while I'm here, I need to send emails to people asking for a follow-up while I'm here, not afterward, because your business cards will get cold and you will forget why you wanted to talk to people. So at the end of every day, you want to send a series of particular emails of great chatting with you. Here's my assistant, would love to schedule a follow-up. But the other is trying to write down some notes about what inspires you in each session. And then at the end, actually going through them, because you just otherwise get stuck in the grind of your silo and you totally don't get the interrupting with new bursts of inspiration that you can't hear. And so you want to like microdose those and revisit your notes a week after you've been here, because you're going to be just like tired and full of carbs and like ready to go home and like dirty clothes and laundry and just like a lot. And then catching up with meetings and what am I behind on? And you miss everything. So like 1 week, you have to actually set it so that your notes app comes back and you resurface it a week later. And the other is scheduling in your next team meeting, that reporting out, because it's a privilege to get to come to an event. And my job is to pay it forward so that my team doesn't need to have been here to have benefited from the ideas.
That's awesome. So an accountability of like putting it on the agenda. I am going to talk about what I just learned here. That's awesome. So thank you so much, Bridget. That's been 3 questions with Bridget Burns. I'm Dr. Karen McGregor. Thank you for listening. Bye.